Hi everyone, this is Facia with Lavish at Home. We are finally in the midst of summer, and if you live in a climate like mine, you know that you are so excited for the warm weather. So I'm excited to get outside like most of you are, and as you heard me mention in some previous videos, I live in a condo, so that means not only is my space limited inside, but also my outdoor space. But I do have a small balcony that for years I've been trying to make into an oasis. I'll start and I'll stop and I'll make something and it really doesn't work. So I decided this year I'd actually buckle down and really get something done to make it my little outdoor oasis. So take a look, see what you think about my first of hopefully many projects that I'll do out here and in some other outdoor spaces. Stay tuned. So here is the before view of my balcony. As you can probably tell, it's really long and very narrow. And so it's kind of a weird shape. It's not a whole lot of space. It's only 4 feet wide. But I've lived here a long time and haven't really done anything with it. I'll start something, not really finish, and I figured this is as good a time as any to get some things going on here. So you'll see in the very back, I had some large planters that I had pretty much since I moved in. They've gone from inside the house to outside, back and forth, depending on what kind of plant I have out there. And I have like the worst green thumb, so plants don't tend to stick for me. But you can see that the space is really long. And I have a decent view. It's really mostly trees just outside of the balcony, and so I want to do something with it now, and now is a good time to do it for you guys. So I'm kind of turning around here so that you can see that there is a whole other section behind me. So that was only the first half of the balcony, and you see I have another one of those pots, and though that's like a glass tabletop that I have out there, and actually I put my charcoal in that planter and cover it with the lid so it stays dry. But I'm gonna see if I could do something else with it. So the project I started with was this kind of like plant stand bar thing that I came up with, and all this is cinder blocks that I painted red and some 1x4 wood planks. Now I'm trying to do all of this with things that I already had around the house or that I can get inexpensively. So I went to Home Depot, got some cinder blocks. These are 16 by 8 by 8 hollow cinder blocks. I figured if it was hollow, it would be still heavy enough but light. And I painted them red. Now the whole time I've been dealing with this balcony, I've kind of been resisting doing everything red because I feel like that's my go-to color, but here I ended up with red again. And those are 1x4 planks that I actually already had in the garage. So I pulled those out. I was actually on my way to get some more, but realized that I had some already in the house. And the planks in the middle, I didn't bother gluing down. I painted those. I painted everything unassembled. And so I painted those, put them in between the two blocks, but I used liquid nails to glue down the top planks to make sure they didn't blow off if they were kind of light. So again, I wanted to accessorize this as inexpensively as possible. So you'll see I have these four little plants, and the plants are actually in Dollar Tree containers. They come in a pack of 4 for $1, so it was perfect, just $1. And in them I put creeping jennies that you can get at your home improvement store. You know, they sell the packets of annuals and perennials and things like that. So I bought these because they are good for shade, and they had the nice draping effect that I wanted. So because they were in the little cubby, I didn't want them to die, so I had bought a plant that was good in the shade. Now this gazing ball did not start out as a gazing ball. It's actually a light fixture cover that I got from the thrift store. I thought the texture on it was interesting, so I just took it home, spray painted it silver, added a few spritz of gold, and I made my own gazing ball. for just about $2, and I had the spray paint already left over for some other projects, so it was really inexpensive. Now in the back and in the bottom, I have these cement and metal, I think they're wall hangings, but I bought them years and years ago. It was some obscene low price, and I bought 3 and had not used them at all. They were just sitting in the garage, and almost forgot, and decided when I found them and remembered, went out there and thought it would be nice to have in the background of my little planter stand, and I think it looks great. They're really pretty, you know, they're cast concrete. That's the one I have on the bottom, and there's actually one more. I have yet to decide what I'm going to do with it. I'm not even sure if that one on the floor is going to stay there right now, but I thought it was a perfect accessory for outside. So to add some more low maintenance greenery outside, I picked up a succulent and this aloe plant, and I put them in vases that I already have. Like if you have leftover floral arrangements and you keep the vase, because I tend to keep those things, and I don't do anything with them. So I just went on and put them in the clear, and I kind of like the organic feel of the dirt being seen through the clear glass. I thought it would kind of look neat, and this is just a close-up that succulent that I thought looked really interesting when I was in the store. It was the only one that they had, so I had to get it because I thought it was just beautiful. And there you can kind of see that the dirt is just in a clear container. And then lastly, I had these little orange lanterns. They're like tea light lanterns. You can't have enough candles outside. I have some citronella tea lights in those. And again, this is something that I already had in the house. If you have a home and you change accessories often, I tend to not throw things away because, you know, I've been here a while, but not long enough where I feel like I have to throw everything away when I get new stuff. So this just came perfectly handy, fits perfect in the little cubby in the cinder block. And I'm gonna put some citronella out there and it'll look great at night. So this is my little patio set that I've had forever. This poor thing has been several different colors. It started off powder coated black. It, you know, just wasn't doing anything for me. So I painted it, tried painting it white. That didn't do anything for me. Tried blue. Because again, I was trying to stay away from red because I feel like red is my go-to every time color. But here we are, right back at red. And now I love it. It's a great contrast to the brown of the balcony itself. And I think it looks great. It took a lot of paint, spray paint, to cover it. Because you can imagine the overspraying the spray through because it's mesh. But it looked great outside. And then in the background, you see I put plants in those 2 pots that I had at the very end, a tall palm style plant and one that's a little lower. I think maybe I'll go with something else, and I'm sharing with this with you because it's still a work in progress, but wanted to illustrate that some of the ideas, they don't always come overnight, and that's okay. You build on what you have and continue to add. I have a few other projects that I think would look great out here, and so I'm going to try those and share those with you later. Now the rug that I have down is not a rug at all. Because the space is so narrow and very long, to get the right scale rug was very difficult, and to get it inexpensively is even more difficult. So I tried a runner, but the runner was way too narrow. To do 2 runners, it would fill the space, but the patterns wouldn't continue. It would simply look like 2 runners. So I looked up and found at Hobby Lobby, these are actual table runners. They're 6-foot table runners, and I glued 3 of them together. Since they had that nice stripe detail, I was able to use the stripes as a guide to make sure that I had pinned them together straight, that they were all lined up properly, and I used wood glue to glue them together. So if you look closely, you can see here where the seams actually come together, because there's like a little fringe in the end, and I wasn't too concerned about cutting that off to make it a solid edge, but I did want it to line up nicely with the corresponding color stripe. So if you look here, you can see that. And again, I did that with wood glue. I have this wood glue, again, something I had in the house, And it has this really cool nozzle that puts out a nice straight bead of glue. And I tried to use it sparingly because I wasn't sure if it was going to show through or whatever, but it turned out great. And I used that as my floor mat. And again, it was 3 of them. I bought 3 to get the right size, and they were around $2 a piece. So again, very inexpensive project. So tell me what you think. I always love to read your comments. I'd even want to hear what you think I should put out here, because like I said, this is a work in progress. If you have not already subscribed, click that subscribe button, click like, post your comments, and if you are not, you should be following me on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. Links are available on my page. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have a great summer. I'll see you soon, and here's to living simply lavishly. Cheers.